Have you ever wondered why some women choose to date men who are much older than they are? Most people quickly say, it's because of money. That answer sounds simple, but reality is often much more complicated. Money can certainly play a role in some relationships, but it is rarely the only reason. Behind every choice is a deeper psychological need, and those hidden reasons are what many people fail to notice. If you only look at what is visible, you will always misunderstand human behavior. As Machiavelli taught, people rarely reveal their true motives. They protect them behind excuses, emotions, and appearances. If you want to understand attraction, you must learn to see what is hidden beneath the surface, instead of believing the first explanation you hear. Today, we are going to explore some of those hidden reasons. These ideas are not true for every woman or every relationship, but they help explain why many people are naturally drawn toward partners who make them feel emotionally secure. The first reason is emotional understanding. Older men have usually experienced more victories, more failures, more heartbreaks, and more responsibility. Because of those experiences, many of them become more patient. They understand that every day is not perfect. They know that everyone becomes tired, stressed, or emotionally exhausted at times. Imagine a woman who has had a difficult week at work. She feels mentally drained and simply wants peace. A younger partner who lacks emotional maturity might become frustrated because she has no energy to talk or spend time together. He may take her silence personally. An older man is often more likely to recognize what is happening without turning it into an argument. Instead of demanding attention, he may simply say, "Take your time. Rest first. We can talk later." That small response creates something powerful: emotional safety. People naturally move toward those who reduce stress, instead of creating more of it. This is one of the oldest principles of influence. If your presence makes someone feel calm, they will remember you long after they forget someone who only demanded attention. Many younger men make the mistake of believing that love is about constant excitement. In reality, lasting attraction often grows from emotional stability. The second reason is consistent care. Real care is not expensive gifts or dramatic promises. Real care is shown through small actions repeated over time. A strategic person understands that consistency builds trust faster than intensity. For example, remembering important dates, asking how someone's day went, noticing when they seem worried, or simply listening without interrupting, can have a greater emotional impact than buying expensive presents. Many people chase excitement during the beginning of a relationship, but later they stop making an effort. Their attention slowly disappears. Older men, especially those who have learned from past relationships, often understand that attention is a daily investment. Picture this. A woman comes home after facing problems throughout the day. Instead of immediately talking about himself, an older partner notices her expression and asks, "You seem tired today. What happened?" That simple question tells her that someone is paying attention. People do not always remember what you bought for them, but they remember how you made them feel during difficult moments. That is why emotional care becomes more valuable than expensive gestures. Machiavelli understood that influence is created through understanding human needs. When someone feels seen, heard, and respected, their loyalty naturally becomes stronger. The third lesson is even more interesting. Many older men have learned that confidence does not need to be loud. They no longer feel the need to compete with everyone around them. Instead, they focus on creating stability, making thoughtful decisions, and protecting the peace they have built. Confidence without constant validation is attractive because it signals inner strength. People are naturally drawn to those who remain calm under pressure. When everyone else reacts emotionally, the person who stays composed often becomes the one others trust the most. That is the hidden difference between seeking attention and naturally earning respect. Understanding this difference can completely change the way people see relationships, influence, and attraction. Many people believe that women choose older men only because of financial security. But if you study human psychology carefully, you will discover that money is only one small piece of a much larger picture. Real attraction is often built on emotional intelligence, patience, and the ability to make another person feel value. As Machiavelli understood, people rarely reveal the true reason behind their choices. They speak about what is easy to explain, but their real decisions are driven by emotions they often cannot describe. If you want to understand relationships, you must learn to look beyond appearances. Another reason some women are drawn to older men is that many of them have learned the importance of patience and emotional connection. Experience teaches people that every relationship is different. Instead of rushing, they often pay attention to how their partner feels, what makes her comfortable, and what helps her feel emotionally safe. They understand that trust comes before closeness. Imagine a couple who have been together for a long time. After a stressful day, the woman is mentally exhausted. Rather than becoming impatient or making everything about his own needs, the older partner notices her mood. He slows down, listens, and gives her space until she feels relaxed again. That simple act sends a powerful message. You matter more than my impatience. Small moments like these build trust over time. Many younger people make the mistake of believing that relationships are about excitement alone. But excitement without understanding rarely lasts. A wise person knows that patience creates stronger bonds than pressure ever can. Another important difference is preparation. Strong relationships are built long before important moments happen. They are built through conversation, respect, laughter, kindness, and genuine attention. Think about a gardener. A gardener never expects flowers to bloom without preparing the soil first. He waters the ground, removes the weeds, and patiently waits. Relationships work the same way. Emotional connection must come before emotional closeness. People who ignore this often focus only on what they want instead of asking what their partner needs. Those who understand psychology know that listening is one of the greatest forms of influence. When someone feels heard, they naturally become more open and trusting. Older men often learn this lesson through experience. After making mistakes in earlier relationships, many realize that true strength is not shown through control. It is shown through patience, self-control, and understanding another person's emotions. This creates a feeling of emotional security. And emotional security is one of the strongest foundations of attraction. There is another reason worth mentioning. Many older men no longer feel the need to prove themselves every moment. They have already faced success, failure, disappointment, and responsibility. Because of those experiences, they often become calmer and more composed. A calm person makes others feel safe. When problems appear, they are less likely to react with anger or panic. Instead, they look for solutions. Picture two men facing the same disagreement. One immediately raises his voice, becomes defensive, and turns a small problem into a big argument. The other stays calm, listens carefully, and speaks with confidence instead of emotion. Which person would most people trust? The answer is obvious. Power is rarely loud. Machiavelli believed that real influence belongs to the person who controls himself before trying to control anyone else. Self-control creates respect. Respect creates trust. Trust creates loyalty. This is why emotional maturity often becomes more attractive than youthful excitement. Of course, every relationship is different. Not every older man behaves this way, and not every younger man lacks these qualities. Character always matters more than age. The real lesson is simple. If you want a lasting relationship, become someone who listens before speaking, understands before judging, and gives peace instead of pressure. Treat your partner with patience. Show consistent care through your daily actions. Respect her feelings even when they are different from your own. A person who feels respected has far fewer reasons to walk away. In the end, attraction is not built only on appearance, age, or money. It is built on trust. It is protected by respect. And it survives because two people choose every day to make each other feel value. Before you leave, remember this. Power in relationships does not come from chasing attention. It comes from understanding people better than they understand themselves. Those who master patience, respect, and emotional control are the ones who earn lasting trust and genuine loyalty. If you found this video valuable, subscribe now and join a community that explores psychology, strategy, influence, and the timeless wisdom of Machiavellian thinking. Every new video is designed to help you become wiser, stronger, and more difficult to manipulate. Share this video with a friend, your family, or anyone who wants to understand the hidden rules of human nature and relationships. You never know whose perspective this knowledge might change. If you have an opinion, leave it in the comments. Do you think emotional maturity is more attractive than age, or do you believe something else matters most? I'd love to hear your thoughts. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.